Good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Okay, it looks like the mic is working very well today and it's not too loud. I've got it pretty close to my chin, so what I'm hoping is that it doesn't spike too much. I can hear myself a little bit in my phone. My phone is literally above my head because I got a new, and it keeps like clicking. Now, is that the stand or the phone? I can't tell. Anyway, the words and the things and the stuff. Get myself onto my stream to make sure that everything does actually stream through here. And we are in the chaos. 100%. We are in chaotic things. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to tidy up the studio, and I got called out on the number of whips that got put into my timeout pile. So we are trying to work through a lot of the timeout pile. So timeout pile is stuff that didn't get finished when it was supposed to, either because it was damaged or like had something that just kind of messed up the whole series and like, or like the steps that I was in during the process. Because it's like installing a zipper in the middle of finishing bags doesn't really work. So that's sort of, or like, yeah, whatever's happened. I know that there's a lot cut that basically is just waiting to be finished. So I think that's mostly what we're going to end up with today. But that's what we got to sort through and figure out. I did tidy up the dressers over here behind me, the other day, or not the other day, but literally this morning. And it's already feeling way better in here. Honestly, I pushed the TV back, and just having it not looming into the room at a like slight angle is like so refreshing. It's ridiculous. So I have started on tidying this stuff up because that is what we're doing right now. But now we got to kind of clear off all of this space, as you can see. So this is, the desk used to sit in this corner, but one of the big problems I was having with my toddlers is that they could climb on that desk. Ooh, that's not what I want to move. I want to move my little face cam. I want to show you why this is an issue. There we go. So this red and blue bin system that's like up in the corner there, they were able to climb on this desk that's down here and get up into those bins. So basically what I've done is I've moved the desk over in front of the windows, which makes way more sense anyway. And we can now hopefully not have as many children crawling on desks to like get into those bins. I was like, at least that's like the problem solved for now that we're going to stick with. So yeah, we're into, what did I do the other day? This bin here is like a bunch of stuff that's like just got to be distributed into those bins in the actual cutting studio. We got some stuff here that's like, so this bin here is things that aren't going to be like, we can use it for, here I gotta move everything forward here. We can use it for like the projects that I have for scraps and stuff like that now. We're going to be using stuff like this mostly for book sleeves actually, and I did prototype the book sleeves the other day because I could not wait, and they are going to be a really nice product to add into the lineup. I used fusible foam, which I was realizing afterwards, most of them are just calling for fusible fleece, which is basically batting, but it's fusible. And so I think we'll work with fusible batting because it will be less dense. It'll make it easier and cheaper to ship. And that's personal. It's like a personal pattern. Yeah, I think that'll work better. Okay, so these are all scraps and all those pieces like that. Previously, I would typically use these for like piecing and things, but I am no longer going to do that. I'm going to turn the camera just a bit because apparently I'm working over here a little bit more. And there, now you're going to be able to see, well, my forehead apparently. There, we're going to focus in on the desk a little bit. Sorry, there we go. That's better. I'm happy with that. Anyway, like I would have in the past like pieced these but I found a really cute little pattern for like using up scraps like this. So we're going to do that instead. So these just have to actually go into a scrap bin, which we're going to, oh, I was going to say that we're going to use that one, but that is actual scraps. Okay. Alrighty then. How are we going to do this? I don't know. So we'll throw that under the table for now, because I think that's the actual scrap bin. What's in here? That is Kato, right? Okay, so these are the ones that are like, some of them are partially finished, some of them are not. These are what were intended to be handles, but they'll be needle stashers and other goodies. So they can go back there because they've got their own bins. And then these are going to be cuts probably, I think I was going to put these in like the pencil pouches, like the planner pencil pouches. They're large enough. And then these, that's for something else in there. And these are, okay, sorry, I'm going to move this mic because I was just realizing it's pointing away from my mouth. I'm like, at least if I put it on this side, it'll point towards my mouth most of the time. So we've got, okay, so these are ones that aren't, these are ones that are intended to be Kato bags. Okay, so that one is like partially finished. And then these are ones that I'm going to cut to finish for Kato bags. Right. Okay. So those are like, those need to actually go in the bin in the cutting room. And okay, so now that's too loud. One moment. All right, that should actually be better. Yeah, that's better. Now I'm not spiking into the red because that can distort color or sound. Jesus. I think this needs a tag. Yeah, this needs to just have its bottom finished. So it's like I'm nearly done. Okay. It's not in the same category. So we're gonna just chuck it on the floor for now. That is from a project that I did earlier this year or late last year. That's going to go to my friend who does the scraps for her amigurumi. Okay. That can be kept for later. And of course, there's a bunch of fluff in the air already. All right. That is a cup cozy that apparently didn't get finished. What the heck? All right. And that looks like it is interfacing for a bookmark. Planner pouch probably. Those are a couple like hair bows. I think these are intended to be scrunchies, but honestly I think they would be really cute planner pouches. I think that's what we'll distribute them to. This is a oh, I see. I need to redo the top stitching up here. I'm like, why didn't it get finished? It looks like it's almost done. And it is. So we're going to put it over there with the other thing. And then these are zippers to go that have been cut for, I don't even know what these have been cut for. Probably for the planner pouches. So we'll be able to use them for that. Okay. Puff. Good enough. These are going to be notions pouches. I can already tell that. And then there is one that will be a eyeglass case once I actually make it. So these are obi. That is going to be gorgeous. And then, yeah, there's like 2 notions pouches here. Sweet. So those are cut, but not ready to do anything with. So we're going to pop them there. This looks like it would make a very good Kato bag or a bunch of like accessories. Yeah, it just needs an iron, so that can go into the Kato. This, what's wrong with you? Nothing, you just got missed. Okay, you need snaps. I know that there's a whole stack of those that need snaps, so I'm not too worried about that. They'll get done here. All right, now I think we're getting into the actual Kato cuts because there is drawstring channels and here are pockets already. All right. And then these look like they're probably the lining. Okay. Ba, ba, ba. They played the popcorn song at the Run Disney Run in January, and now like I just keep humming it. Also, can we just like acknowledge the fact that it's already February? How and when did that happen? Our youngest started going to preschool with their sister, which it's like, holy, they're not old enough. What? How? Why? When? Like, seriously. Okay, now this is the benefit to having done this, is now I've got my little packages. So this one matches up. So this package is the drawstring channel, the pockets, and the lining for the bag that has the sneaky floral cats. So we know that this goes with that. And I think we've done that for most of these. So, okay. Where are these guys at? They need to have a press, or at least a fold down, and a top stitch. Okay. Oh yeah, they need a press because apparently the interfacing didn't stick that well. Sometimes that happens. All right, so what we're aiming for today is we want to get a lot of these like just even sorted, because I have a pop-up with Caroline of Ancient Arts Yarns in next week, like a week tomorrow, February 10th at the Dye Studio, all day. I've got to confirm childcare just because there's activities that weekend, and my sister-in-law's just came back to me about it, but I will be there at some point that day. Okay. So some of these have like drawstrings that are not actually the exterior fabric. And sorry, I don't mean to be scowling at you, but I want the blinds open, but it's like shining right in my face. Yeah, so these ones don't have the exterior fabric as their drawstring, so that is one drawback there. That looks like a pocket fabric. I bet you it's stuff like these pom-poms and things though, because they have been hanging around, like the fabric's been hanging around for a bit. Oh hey, I already have you as another Kato bag, so maybe we'll finish you as your other cut as a large box bag. Okay, so how am I going to do this? And how am I going to decide what, are we just going to go through and finish everything? I guess it depends on how many are here and like how much work there actually is left. Okay, good. I've already got you set aside for a large box bag as well. Okay, so all of these have their base already done. They've got most of the cutting done, so let's just say we're going to do them all. Why not? We'll try. I know there's a big stack of them from, oh, and then that needs to become a small box bag for sure. Do you know that? I need to find the fabric so I can cut a handle for it. So let's set that aside as special. Okay, and there's some more interiors. Well, that one even has its like pockets already done. Sweet. Okay. Royal cat. Oops. Apparently everything's slipping off my lap here. Okay. There's the sneaky floral cat. More royal cat. Okay. Let's just make a giant stack of these and then we'll sort out where everything is going, what needs to be done. I do feel like we probably could get through the majority of these in a week if I kind of head down, get my poop in a scoop. Never know if there's kids watching or not, so I'm always like a little bit conscious of language, because that definitely was not what was going to pop out of my mouth. Oh. Okay, let's see what we're doing. What are we dealing with here? And then this will become the whip bin once I actually pull all this out and see what we've got on hand. You look like you are going to become a book sleeve. Let's make you a book sleeve. Poof. Alrighty. Oh, and then there is a load of pockets. Sweet. Good. Good. I don't know what they're connected to, but you know. We've got pockets here. And then we've got stuff like this, the Alice, that is partially done and needs to be matched up to its pockets. Okay. That's doable at least. And here is all of the drawstring channels for these guys that are underneath here. Perfect. There we go. And there is a pocket for a purse that's been cut out for years. and a knot bag. And the knot bag box is over there. Get out of here. Why are these so slippery? Must be the interfacing on them. Okay, and then these guys. Okay, so these are the ones that the pockets just got sewn for. Perfect. Because the packages don't include the pockets. Let's get these out of here then. And then the whips that are under that are for a completely different project. So we're not going to worry too much about that. And there is some canvas already cut for more Kato bags. And so those can go in with the ones intended to be Kato right here. There we go. Okay. And then I'll make sure that that gets labeled so I know what the hell is going on in that box as well. Okay. That is a needle stasher that needs to be finished. And there are drawstring channels. And then the rest of this is personal stash and fabric and projects that I will deal with off camera because it is not intended to be on camera yet. I know that sounds really cryptic. It's nothing insane. It's just a secret project. Okay, so that's not going to become the whip bin because I will work on that later. Puff, it can get out of here then. Okay, so this box or this bag here is all pin cushions, which I need to actually go in and stitch a bit better soon because I see that my finishing stitches are less than desirable. What the heck? Yeah, that one like isn't even together. Alrighty. Oh, that's probably supposed to be the finishing seam and I didn't finish it. Okay. Some of them are fine. These are old projects. And I've got a bunch more cutouts, so I need to actually sew them. So that's something that's like going to go in probably towards a sample sale or something like that eventually. Just because it's not something I'm super interested in making anymore. But I've got a bunch cut out that I should finish and sell on, really. Oops, sorry. So the base on this new ring light is like metal, which is awesome, but it's also got a really big spread for its feet, and so I'm not used to it yet. I think these pieces are long enough for... Right, camera's up here. Big camera's up here. I think these leather pieces might be long enough for drawstrings, so I'm going to keep... Well, that one is not. What do you do with leather? Because it's not like you can compost it. That piece might be long enough for a drawstring. And then that piece might be as well. And then this piece is not. Okay. Yeah, now I gotta figure out what to actually do with like leftover leather lace, because I don't know. I should start making my own. The problem is I really like the round lace, and I really only could make, I think I can make square lace. I don't know how that would work in the bags, but it would be an economical way to make it since I have leftover pieces of leather and such. Okay, so these are big bags that need to go in and have their top ironed down to the bottom. So these are not something that I'm interested in trying to get done in the next week. We have had a massive restock of big bags. They are something though that will be getting done very rapidly after that. Okay, and then these are the bags that just need their handles. I did find 3 out of the 4 handles for these small box bags in the cutting room. So basically what had happened is I just hadn't. What happened here? Okay, it got missed completely. So those will be the, like, so that's an almost, these are nearly finished. So they're gonna go in the nearly finished pile. And this isn't almost done because basically it needs like, it's like in between the two. These are almost done as well, this pile. So we're gonna put that there as an almost done. This one is a very close to almost done. So we're going to sort out, okay, so we're getting into another round of Kato bags. So the big bags will go down there. I have a bin of big bags up on the shelf that's behind me that like sits behind the sewing machine. And so they'll go into that bin for now. Okay, so these are like, Yeah, look at that. It's super cute too. Ooh, this one is like one of the older ones. I don't even know. Okay, no, you're gonna have to take that apart because these rectangle rings won't actually hold a strap. They're too thin. So something to de-stash actually because like I can't use them. Okay, and there's a package of that one for the Kato. Another one. Okay, these look like they're all paired up. There is handles for more of these bags and a handle for the large box bag. It's nearly done, so we're going to put it in the nearly done pile. And then here are those cell phone wallets that I wanted to finish up. So they can go in the nearly done pile, and at least that clears a good, actually a pretty good chunk out of here. I was like, it looks like blood on this paper, but it's like melted sucker from my kids. All right, whatever, I don't need to keep it. It's a piece of paper, it can go in there. So that is a good cut for strips, actually. Where did we decide strips were going? In here. So it's bookmarks and strips, and then there is this guy, which will make a good needle stasher. And then, oh, what do we have here? Okay, we got the last of the penguin fabric, which means now I'm going to have analysis paralysis about what we should do with the penguin fabric. Super cute, but Paula Badana's got most of it, so you know, help me decide. This is a partially, mostly finished big bag, but it is unfinished enough that we can go in and add a canvas bottom. So that is what we're going to do. I can't remember what was wrong with this, but something was wrong with it. Doesn't matter. We'll go in and we'll add canvas to the bottom of that. So that can go into the big bag bin. It's an almost done, but we're gonna I want to focus in on the Kato bags right now because I really do need a restock on them. I think there's like 6 right now or something like that. Ugh. So yeah, let's focus in on them. I have no clue what this is. This looks like maybe a lining piece for Kato. And this looks, whoa. Oh, looks like the kids got, yeah, kids totally got that. So that will be something. That looks like a good planner pouch thing. All right, what else do we have? An offcut, so that can go in here. And a strip. So this can actually, I'm going to iron this out and this will become a notions pouch or a needle stasher. Oh no, it won't because it's got holes in it. Okay, maybe we can cut it down and make like a, no, that's too small for a wristlet. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll cut it up into strips for book sleeves. That works too. That's fine. Okay, there's more handles. We need to restart that handle bin that I had last summer because that worked really well. And I think it might be on this desk somewhere. Under all of this somewhere is that. So let's actually just grab this lid here. And that will be the handle holder. All right, what are you two? You are a small box bag that hasn't been finished yet. Excellent. You are also a small box bag that hasn't been finished yet. You are a piece that should become a small box bag, and I'm pretty sure I can still cut your handle. Alrighty. Let's pop that over here. And I think this is a Kato cut, but I'm going to fold it up and put it over here, just so it's not so warm on my lap. I think we are still mostly working through. Ooh, there's some fun ones. There's actually that would be really fun lining for both of these. So let's do that. Why not? Super bright. So we'll do lime green for the olive, the olive angry apron cat, and for the teal version of it as well, since we've got the handles and everything. So that's going to go into, it needs interfacing. So we're going to count it as like, it needs quite a bit more work. Just realized there's a bunch of scraps right here, so we'll put those in the bin too. Those will become cut up into scraps and bookmarks. And this is a big bag that is partially finished, so we're gonna fold it up and put it in the big bag bin for now. The big bag bin is not down here, it's actually up on a shelf, so we're just gonna deal with it afterwards. You all look like you may or may not be triangle pouches. So one drawback right now is I do not have a measuring tape or anything of that nature. Although based on my finger width, those are all triangle pouches. Whether they become triangle pouches or not, I don't know, because they haven't been selling very well. So it's kind of like, well, I don't know. We'll decide. Okay, I think these are more. Oh, these might be large box bag linings. But again, I need to go get a ruler or something so I can actually decide. That looks like Kato lining. This is connected, so that is definitely here. Oh, and it's even got like, I've even gone so far as to get the D-rings for this one. Sweet. So that's like half the work done there. This Alice, if this Alice has a handle, we will make it into a small box bag. It does not have a handle. Okay. We'll set it aside, and if it's not there once we get through this box, we will distribute this elsewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere else. There is a partially finished big bag, or mostly finished. This might also be large box bags, but I'm not 100% sure. We're going to put it into the big bag category right now because I feel like that is going to be the best option for it anyway, just with the scale of the print. This is a drawstring for a Kato, but we don't have a Kato attached to it. And there's the other drawstring for this one. It might actually be the one that we just pulled. Yes, it is. It's fallen out of the clip. There we go. Ooh, what are we into now? We're into trouble now. Always in trouble. These are squares for the eyeglass cases. Quite large, but they'll still work. So I'm just like making piles at my feet, and it's like, okay, am I going to keep this straight or not? Okay, these are definitely large box bag cuts. I do know that, mostly because it's like, and then this should be a small bag cut, small box bag cut. Excellent. We do want to match up the handle texture to these. This looks like a big bag, although at this point the big bags are getting yeah, it's not large enough. Okay, so we will use that for a couple, or we'll use it for handles maybe, especially since these bags will need the texture to match. And then these are all big bag interfacing cuts as well, which actually I think these ones might be able, yeah, we can definitely actually cut large box bags out of those. I just realized. That'll work. And then here's some small box bags to match those handles we just had. So we'll pull them aside and we'll pop their handles with them and put them into the kind of finished, wherever they ended up. Oh, they're over here, that's right. So if you're just joining, basically what we're doing right now is we are trying to tame some chaos in the studio. I don't know why, it seems kind of futile some days, but I did get called out on how many basically how many items I would have if I just sat my butt down and actually made all of my nearly finisheds and everything like that. So because stuff just ends up in timeout sometimes when it's like, ugh, I'm like this close to finishing and it throws everything off. This is nearly finished. This is triangle pouch. So we're gonna throw it in the nearly finished pile. So like stuff like that. And that was actually one that would have been good to have for September for Paula because I missed it on her sale. Anyway, so we're going to go through and we're going to try to work through some of these like whips and scraps and crap basically, because I have not been diligent about clearing out the timeout box at all, ever. And since I have a show coming up with Caroline of Ancient Arts Yarns on February 10th, this is an excellent opportunity to actually finish some of this stuff up because I don't have time to cut. So we're gonna go try to do some of this before that. Okay, so this looks like a large box bag cut. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to just fold it up like that. And we don't have a large box bag cut spot yet, so we're gonna throw it behind me. That's the large box bag cuts. Here is a revamp that I did of the wedge bag. I can't remember if I was happy with this enough. I promise I'm not sick. I just sound sick because I'm all nasally. So, yeah, I don't really like the feel of it. What is wrong with this bag? Like, oh yeah, okay. So part of it is I don't actually like the zipper stop here at the end. I do like my... All right, let's see. Yeah, okay. I ran outside today, so I think part of it is that I'm just getting over, like, warming up. So I think, yeah, I like this end of it because it doesn't affect anything, but I think this end, what I would do is I would sew it into the bag like I did previously. But I do like having the zipper go off the edge here because I do think it's a cleaner finish on this end. Go back in here, and then I'm thinking that if I bring wedge bags back, I'm going to be bringing it back with pockets. And I think the pockets might be done with mesh, but I haven't decided yet. Overall, though, I do think I will be bringing the small wedge bags back. And I guess the other thing, yeah, so the two things I don't like, I like how this is a straighter edge. I don't like how this with the, like, is such a wobbly edge. And I can't tell if that's because of how I sewed it. Was I just, like, seriously not that straight? Must be. Yeah, that's even what it feels like there. So I think we're just going to go back to the old style, and then I'm just going to add pockets into it. Because I think that's what most people are looking for with the wedge bag, is like a little bit of an upgrade with the pockets. And so we'll have 2 slip pockets and then just a small wedge bag. And this will be good for, like, you can put 2 like cakes side by side of like fingering weight yarn, and then you got like pockets for your notions, I guess. Not 100% sure. I'm going to poll Instagram and find out what people think, because I'm like, I feel like that's a good choice, but I don't know yet. That's going to go on the sample pile because it's a sample. Small pieces like this are going to get into the strip or scrap bin so that we can sew them together for book sleeves. That is a drawstring channel for one of the kato up here somewhere. It's popped off. We're going to move all of this interfacing out of there and over here with the stuff that's like mostly kind of partially finished. And if I look like I'm squinting, it's because the sun is right in my face, but I also do not want to close my blinds because we are having an extremely mild January and February now, but who knows when it'll end. That is my fear. When will it end? All right, now that is 2 small scrap. That's going to go my friend. These ones are good for like sewing. That one is good for this other project, so it's going to go with the smaller scraps. Book sleeve, book sleeve, book sleeves. Perfect. Alrighty, there we go. And then these ones as well. So that's like the fans. And the cats are back in town. This is fusible interfacing, so we'll set that aside too. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to clear this bin out, because then this will be the bin of like stuff that I will try and finish for Caroline's show pop-up. And then I'll come back to whatever's left in this bin after that. Now this will be more recent makes, simply because that's kind of what's on the top layer. And because I have limited time, I just need to get to making them. This is a failed make, and I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it. That's why, so this is why stuff goes into timeout stuff. People were asking for a larger tote, but like, I don't like it, personally. The pockets are really weird. I was trying to give like Japanese fabric. I should have just followed a pattern. I didn't. I do like how it kind of has a gusset, but not at the same time. So it's like in this limbo of like, do I finish it and just sell it all as a one-off because I'm not doing this again? I don't even know how I would do this again. Yeah, I guess I'll finish it maybe. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat it a little bit. I'm just going to bind the edges and we'll put some webbing on it. Yeah, bind the edges, fold everything down nice so it'll be unlined, but the edges will be bound, and so it won't like fray, because obviously it's canvas, it's already fraying, and all it's done is sit. So bind the edges, throw some webbing on it, and that's what we'll do. Still kind of cool, but it's just something that I didn't want to put into production. Now, could I probably, like this I made with like a smaller skill set, so like that could be part of it too. I should just follow patterns. I was trying to be original and not follow a pattern, and that was part of my downfall. So if I do a tote of this size again, I will definitely follow a pattern. So that's going to go down in the samples as well, because it's like nearly done, but it needs more thought than my normal stuff does. That looks like a big bag cut, and I think this one is as well, so they are going to need canvas. This is an odd cut. That looks like it could be a kato, so let's put that into a kato pile. So when I'm saying the kato pile, there's a box back here that's like stuff that is intended to become kato. They are nowhere near being finished, but they will be finished in the near future. And I've got a big bag pile underneath here, and those are all going into the big bag bin that's on the shelves that are in various stages of completion. Like this one, because this is cut, but like I haven't done the canvas on the bottom because I swapped halfway between, so that one can go there too. But it has a lining, so it's more likely to get finished sooner. This bag is nearly done. All right, we're getting down into stuff that's like, basically I would have run out of time on actually finishing. And we've got a bunch of handles here that need to be singed on the ends. So I'm going to chuck those over to that direction as well. That is old black because it's thicker, and it's also unraveling. So we will plan something else for it. This is a rooster kato, and it's got everything almost done. This is a big bag cut that needs the canvas. Same as, oh yeah, and then some of these were definitely intended to be luxe tote bags as well. Although I think I'm going to move the luxe tote bags to mostly pre-orders. I haven't decided completely, but I feel like that's a better use of our my resources. Mostly my time. Okay. Strips, and like bookmarks. That's going to be really small, but actually that side will be fun. That feels like it could be this feels like it could be a handle if I want. These feel like kato. Just barely. Alright, those are going to go in the kato bin, and we will confirm their measurements later. This is a small box bag that just needs a handle. So if it's in here, we can finish it. I hope it's in here. It would be nice. All right. That is yarn for personal projects, so it's going to go in that other bin. Okay, what is this? This is an extension cord. That is super useful when it's not in a bin. That is a large box bag, which tells me this is very likely a large box bag cut that hasn't been like finished. You know, apparently there's like 3 of them, so that might, okay, so one was probably intended for a larger bag. This is, what are you? That looks like a large box bag cut that I was debating if it was a kato or not. It's one of those situations where it's like, it could be. Yeah, let's make it a kato. Let's just say it's a kato instead of like analysis paralysis. That is definitely a big bag. Now we're down into like, there's some handles that probably don't match any of the other ones that are over there, but you know, we'll pull them out anyway. There's a strip of fabric that's tiny, itty bitty. I'll go to my friend. Hi, cat. How are you? Flynn's down here, being all like, "Hey, you're sitting down without a child." Yeah. All right. Compression bags from Japan, from Daiso. Mostly, not necessarily to actually compress stuff, but more to just protect it. Because here's the thing, it didn't matter. I maxed out those suitcases on weight before I maxed them out on capacity. Okay, almost there. Sweet. All right, so there is another kato that just needs joof. And then this is something, I don't know what. It looks like liners, actually. That is a strip that can become, that's going to become stuff for that over there. And that needs to go into the actual zipper drawers. There is another mostly finished, or partially finished. And then these are grime guards. One, and then these, look, that's a cake cozy. Those are some good strips. So this is one of the other problems, is like stuff just kind of gets all mixed in, and then you got to go through and sort it out. I don't know why this wasn't finished, but here we are. There is its handle at least, so now we can go in and finish it. I'm going to say that that's mostly finished, even though it needs top stitching forward. This needs its finishing. This is a large box bag of that small box bag that's nearly done, and I still haven't found the handles, which is super annoying. Strips. A super old McDonald's toy that's like lost half its liquid. 101 Dalmatians from 1996. That was, oh my god, that was nearly 30 years ago. I did not plan an existential crisis today, but apparently that's what's happening anyway. Those are pockets. Oh my goodness. Okay, and those are large box bag liners. And that looks like a small box bag. Nope. Large box bag too. That is interfacing for something. Who knows? I'm going to pop it back here with the other things that are back there. That's definitely all large box bag lining. What are you? Probably large box bags. I'm going to say that most of this is large box bags. And then this is like very soft, thick stabilizer. So I don't know what that would actually be for. But if it's large enough, we'll cut eyeglass cases out of it. This, I think, just needs to be ironed properly, and for some reason have its like interfacing properly set. But you know what? Let's just use it for strips rather than trying to make a wristlet out of it, because I feel like that already failed. This adhesive wasn't very good, so let's just chuck that. What are you? You are all these little squares and strips, and so you can go in to be book sleeves. More lining, although this looks too small to be anything except for maybe triangle pouches. I can't tell if that's triangle pouches or small box bags. I feel like it's too small for box bags. Yeah, it's too short. Okay, so that will be, those will go into triangle pouches, which I think, oh, I had a pile for them, but I don't know where it went. Alrighty. Okay, and then for the Alice bag here, I'm pretty sure there is already a handle either sewn, or I set aside fabric that like could become needle stashers from that fabric, and so it needs to just be distributed differently. I'm gonna throw those right there. There's more large box bag interfacing we can use. Handle interfacing, fusible interfacing. Fusible I'm going to throw over with like the book sleeve stuff and needle stashers because it's too small for bags. Large box, well, at least we don't have to cut any like large box bag lining. Holy, alrighty. That looks like Kato lining probably. Okay, and then what are you? You are probably more large box bag lining. All right. Hopefully I'm telling this right. That looks like a big bag. That looks like Kato. You look like large box bag as well. So that actually probably means that this is probably large box bag too. And you're a piece of random. That is no longer large box bag size. So you can go in for everything else. There we go. Kimono pieces. Random piece of interfacing that does look large enough for handles at least. All right. So that is that box kind of done. Tiny strips. That's garbage. Puff. What are you? I think you are... Yeah, this was all the information for like visiting in November 2022. It was the like, since they had just reopened, it was like you had to be pretty strict about what they recommended. And it was like, what is this actually saying? Basically just make sure you're taking all the measures you can to not like pass stuff on. Oh, right. And then it gave you like a number to call if there was any like if you had concerns or like I think if you got sick or something. I kind of want to keep it just because it's like such a specific time period. At the same time, that's like, why do I need it? I'm gonna keep it for now and then I can always decide later. It's not like I can't recycle it later. Alrighty. It's one of those things where it's like, do I actually need it? Not really. That is actually Kato leather, so we're gonna throw it over there because the other Kato leather are over there. More sealing bags. I should throw those actually in the suitcases because that's where they're going to be needed next. Alrighty, there is an empty bin. Are we organized? Not yet. Not really even. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that most of these, that looks like Kato cuts, but most of this is large box bags in general. Kind of put them on the floor for now. What time? It's 4 o'clock. So, I've got about an hour left. I need to leave just before 5. Both our kiddos are now in the same school, so it's really nice because we don't need to leave earlier than that, really. Yeah, okay. What do we need to do next? We need to actually sort through this thing, and I'm going to give up on the sunshine and actually put my blinds down a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now I won't be completely blinded. Okay. Oh, lovely shadow right across my face. There we go. That's probably better for camera anyway, because I'm a little bit more diffused then. All right. Don't knock the camera. Sorry. Okay. I did go for a training run today, and it's like I ran outside, which always changes the training. And I'm tired. All right, blue pockets to go with the polar bears, and then that is an interior. And I do have clips here, so I can actually clip it together. I'm just making guesses. I don't know, and I know that I have the drawstring for this, but I don't know where it is right now. So it's going to be like lowest priority, so it goes on the bottom. Ruler cats are also going to be low priority because I have to apparently cut out drawstrings for it. So I'm just going to clip it together. Flynn, hey. You guys better not have been in that box. Roosters has this batik. Sorry, it's distracting. Okay, let's go with these guys are gonna have this one, and then I'm gonna pilfer the batik from the roosters because roosters aren't done yet. But we can, well, there's only one pocket there, so never mind. What the heck? Okay, so that has to be set aside because now I need to figure out pockets for it. This is a drawstring for something else. This one is nearly finished. It needs its interior done, so we're going to set it aside as like a nearly done. Same as this housekeeping cap, because realistically at this point all I need to do is I need a lining and I need to put the pockets on the lining. This one needs the lining or the pockets finished and etc. Okay, he's very worrying. I hope he hasn't gotten into that fabric. Oh well. Okay. These are all those cell phone purses that I was talking about wanting to get finished. So those are going to go on top, and then this is, so we're going to count that as nearly finished, and I'm going to put them on the nearly finished pile. Same as these frogs, because they just need their box needs to be turned, finished on the ends, boxed and finished. All right. These ones are like all kind of half steps from being finished. So this is more finished than those two that are in the bin. So it needs its pockets sewn and like everything. And I've already done its drawstring. So let's just stack these all as though I'm going to get them. Yeah, we're going to work on getting these finished for sure. This one needs to be picked apart and needs, because this canvas is too large, it's not going to hold very well. And the rings that I'm using on it are rectangle rings, which won't even take the snap hook because they're not tall enough. So I'm going to have to go in and tear that out. Like seam rip it out and replace it. This is a small box bag that didn't make the cut for Airdrie. It's going to go into the nearly done pile as well, even though it's not nearly done, but it can go on the roster sooner than a lot of other things. We need another piece for the Shiba Inu. So we're going to set that here because we need pieces for that. Okay, and then this is these cats, which I know we've done the work for, but I don't see yet. There's the other Shiba Inu pieces. There's all three of them because there are two of the Shiba Inu eventually. So let's throw those all together. And that looks like it's probably a piece for bottoms, so we're going to put it in with the next round of Kato makes. Okay, and then for some reason these got detached from their packages, so we're going to match them up, at least with their drawstrings, and we will match them up with their packages later. Some of them did, some of them didn't. I don't get it. I don't know what I was doing. This is part of what the chaos is some days. So like this one makes sense. There's its interiors, but I don't have pockets for it. Bah, Katie. But actually, so yeah, these all will have their drawstrings are right here. So we'll at least be able to match up drawstrings. And there's the Shiba Inu, so we'll grab its drawstrings. And then probably what happened is their pockets got finished as well. Let's hope. Let's hope that their pockets are in there. I just got really hungry. Holy. All right. So there's a bunch of drawstring channels. Good. They don't really need to be clipped on because that's easy enough to tell what goes where. We just got to decide what the pockets are, which means I need a pair of thread snips. So let me go grab a pair of thread snips and then we'll work on these. One moment. Oh yeah, and I'll disconnect the mic, so I will mute it here. Puff. And then we will find some lining fabric for this as well. All right, obviously grabbed a pair of shears as well because I was like, wait, we want the shears so that we can cut the Kato cuts, because I'm pretty sure these are Kato cuts, unless they are small box bag cuts. I don't know. We'll find out in a second here. Let's see. They are Kato cuts. All right. Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, good. Phew. So we're going to go through and we're just going to refold this. I don't know why I pulled it apart, because it just needs to be cut in quarters. And then fold it again, which it looks like it's probably that line right there. But you know, better safe than sorry. There we go. And then if I fold it in half again, does that more or less match what's already sitting here? Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. All right, let's fold it here. This is part of why it can be, like, as much as I say, well, it can be mentally taxing to cut new stuff, but in some ways it's even more mentally taxing to cut stuff that's like already partially finished. And I can feel that today. It's like your brain is not at full capacity. And so this is going to be a struggle, even though it shouldn't be, but I guess the spoon limit is different today. I don't know. All right, but there we go. There is a lining for that housekeeping cat because it is nearly finished. And then we're going to go through and pair up a lot of these with pockets that have already been cut. I am going to just basically plop this whole thing of drawstrings on top of the pile because there's no point in really worrying about it. Simply because it's like, well, as long as it's like in there, which like this one is not, which is interesting. Because I know for sure I sewed that one because I intentionally made two of those at the same time because I wanted to, because I was a special order. So I'm like, well, we may as well cut two and sew two. So that's interesting. All right. Well, we will hopefully be a step closer to actually finding all the pieces today. This is the lining for this one, so it just needs its webbing and its pockets put into its interior. So we're going to hold it on the side because there will be ones that are like less finished probably. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute, I guess. Okay, so like this one with the birds for some reason doesn't have pockets yet. It's also sewn with leather, so I wonder if we should actually... The leather may not hold very well either. The thread is stretched really far, and considering that I know that now, I think we're going to swap this out for webbing. So let's throw that down on the bottom too, since it requires a bit more work to get through. And then we're gonna, this one is close to being finished as well. Less close than the housekeeping cat, but closer than some of the others. And actually, I said we're not going, like we're going to ignore the drawstring channels, but honestly, let's just, we gotta clip them out anyway, so I may as well do it while they're sitting right here. Okay, so there is the lining and the drawstring. Oh no, this one's already got its lining and its pockets. We just gotta actually put it together. There we go. So we're gonna put that one on the bottom. We'll start there. And then, what else do we have? We've got Alice here with no pockets. And I have a feeling this one, all right, where are we at for pockets and stuff? What do we got? Okay, there's Alice with its pockets still attached for what we want. Here's the Alice drawstring. Also, we are now over 400 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much. That is a super exciting number since like I basically let the channel die. So I'm very pleased that we've come back like that far so far. Very pleased. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey. I am so far enjoying the journey, which is good. So we've actually had a really busy week this week. So the youngest wrapped up at their day home on Monday and are now going to the eldest's school. So that's going to be an interesting transition. We're hoping, well, I'm not worried about it, but obviously with the hope of like they like each other enough that that's okay. They do have a lot of sibling groups there though that I've seen personally, so I think it's all good. Yeah, but it's like sad because the youngest has been with the day home that they've been with for like over a year and like had friends and everything, but I think going to the preschool is like it's better for all of us. We got a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule now instead of just Monday, Friday for the youngest. They need a little bit of different socialization. I don't know how to put it politely, but there needs to be a little bit of social adjustment that we are not going to be able to do ourselves, that being in a larger group I think will help. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's good and it's sad. Just because it's good doesn't mean we can't be sad about it either. But our eldest was so excited to go show the youngest like the ropes of everything. So that was awesome to see. And they just like the youngest just went in and just was like, "Oh yeah, I got this. I know what's happening. We're good." Didn't even say bye or anything. It was kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna say that Hedgie's had these like confetti pockets, I think. Let's go with confetti pockets for Hedgie's. And I think there's blue pockets. There's definitely blue pockets for the flowers and a couple other ones here, like these guys, the capybara. So yeah, I should be more consistently on throughout the week now. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, hopefully. Obviously that may not be always true because I'm sure we're going to get sick again this year. Like that's almost guaranteed, which sucks. It's worse. It's like out-of-home childcare is so good and so bad at the same time, just for that reason alone. It's like, All right, this one needs a lining and it also needs its drawstring channels. White is going to go with that floral, but I can put white with this one. So that's what we're going to do. And then this was probably a confetti pocket because it's like super bright, happy, cheerful fabric on the exterior. Oops. That Alice is like, I'm out of here. See you later. Maybe, maybe not. All right, and we'll clip it here. Like this. Then we're waiting to see pockets for the Shiba, which might have been, wonder if I just basically cut beige pockets for the Shiba. I think we did that for some of these. Okay. There's definitely blue for it's blue for these last two, and then I've got a set of confetti pockets. So maybe it was confetti pockets for the Shiba Inu. I don't know. Maybe. Actually, I think the confetti might be cuter. No. Right, that's right. I was like, the confetti might be cuter for the pups. But I don't think it would look very good in the Shiba Inu. Ow! Oh, that broke. All right. Also hurt. Snapped me. All right. Anyway, I think the confetti would look better in the Shiba Inu. Oh, and the Alice. Where did the Alice go? With like the blue mushrooms or the blue. Was it one that I chucked on the bottom because I was like, it doesn't matter. No, that's the red Alice. Okay, and those are the mostly finished. So I'll just kind of throw them in the middle because that'll be a nice like, hurrah. I got to go through the pile anyway because we're going to have to go through and like sew pockets and stuff. Is Alice here? Alice is here. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so Alice is going to be paired up with... Okay, yeah, let's pair up the Alice with the blue. And then we'll pair up these dogs with the last confetti. And then we'll figure out the pockets for the rest of them as we work along here. There we go. The pups here. And they're going to get the last confetti. And then I guess what we'll do next after we sort these is I got to go in and cut the webbing for everything. That'll be the next thing. All right, what are you actually holding? You are holding the lining. Good job, clip. All right, so now we've got this pile here that needs to just be sorted into the parts. Okay, so I think you two had something else going on. I don't know. So we're gonna set you up here because you're like mostly finished, but not really. And that totally covered my camera, sorry. Hi. All right, but I know that we're like partially done the majority of these. So that is cosmetic cats. We're gonna just pair everything up as we find it. And yeah, there's a bunch of pockets right there. Sweet. Okay. So we need to find pockets and we need to find drawstrings for these guys. That's what we gotta find. These guys all need to be pressed and have top stitching done between the two layers. Okay, there's Sneaky Floral Cats and there's Royal Cat. Cosmetics Cat. Shiba Inu travels Japan. None of these have lining even. Whoops. Pups. Now a lot of these are actually also in the like to make from the in the Kato pile. So I guess we'll be doing some pairing down there probably as well. Hello. Why did you stop working? Oh, did you die? No. Interesting. Okay. The like interesting. Okay, it's connected again. Okay, I'll just turn it down here. Huh. Wonder if it like overheated for a moment because it is pretty warm. Although that's interesting because it's not got its like pop socket or anything on. Anyway, whatever. It's fixed for now. Okay, polar bears. And here's the last of these two. So there's the pom-poms, and there is cosmetic cats, and then there is airplane cat. Sweet. And here is a bunch more pockets. Now, hopefully what I've done, if I was smart, is I've kept, yeah, so like this one here has a beige lining with white pockets, which seems like it's going to work really well. So that's Royal Cat. And we haven't even done the drawstrings on it. It looks like most of these are supposed to be dark stitched. So probably what I was doing is I was putting all of the bases on the canvas bases, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to top stitch the sorry, Dallas is cleaning up the basement. I was like, that was distracting. He just came in the door, banged around for a moment. Anyways, probably gonna top stitch like this and then top stitch the bag as well, which would kind of make sense. I don't know. I don't know why I think or do the things I do the way I do them sometimes, because it's just like, it seems like a lot more work some days. I think actually what I'm going to do is I will go in and I will top stitch all the drawstrings so that we don't have to keep redoing the packages this way. It's like, just stick with it, Katie. Okay, I don't know what this one's from. See, like, that's what I mean. Which one doesn't actually have drawstrings. So we'll figure out which ones don't have drawstrings, and then we'll pair them up with whatever's gonna look the best. All right, Black Cat Cosmetics. There, right here. This one's really cool because it's like retro cosmetic jars, like retro Japanese cosmetic jars, and so I really like it. Oh. We are going to make pizza and leftover pasta tonight, and I am already daydreaming about eating. All right, that one is like, pockets are done. This just needs to be top stitched. Where is the bag? It might be in this pile. Yes, there it is. Sketchbook dogs. I'm pretty sure More Cats is, we're gonna just go with this next package because it's like, I'm pretty sure this batik is what I was using for the More Cats. So this is like a little delicate heart motif batik. And it goes really nicely with the tones of the More Cat in the like red and brown tones, which is awesome. All right, and that one will be top stitch with white on the drawstrings. So yes, we're putting everything together right now, but we are going to have to go back in and I will need to pair up or like figure out what actually needs to have light and dark top stitching. I'm going to say that the alpaca pom-poms are also that same batik. Hey, there is the cats. Excellent. We need those cats. Cats. These guys right here need to go with this bag over here. Oops. You need a lining. That's what, oh, you've got a lining. You need pockets. That's what you're waiting for. Okay. You need pockets as well. Okay, so this is mostly together. There we go. And then I can keep that clip for another set of stoof. Okay, that can go in there. There is the trains. Oh no, okay, so the pom-poms that is not the case with the pom-poms. Interesting. I wonder what that was supposed to go with then. Well, we'll figure it out here in a moment. Pom-poms. Come here, pom-poms. I know I just put you in. There they are. Poof. Back out. Okay, that go there. And then this package will go here. Like that. Sweet. I am excited to get these sorted because that means that tomorrow or this weekend, hopefully at some point, or Monday or whatever, someday this week, I'll sit down and I'll actually be able to start sewing this all together, which would be most delightful. Okay. There are airplane cats. That is going to be a friggin' adorable Kato bag. Like, look at these guys. They're cats on paper airplanes. It's amazing. And we're going to pop it here, like this, and like that. And then we're going to go in here. And then the trains are going to do the same thing somewhere here. I know the trains are here. And there's Shiba Inu. Okay, so actually this pile right here is the last of them probably. Shift this over here. Okay, there we go. That's Shiba, and that is the trains. Because the trains are the next one on my lap. Like this. And then the Shibas. And then basically we're going to turn this pile mostly over because, well, no, I think we'll be able to get most of this done this week if I buckle down and actually do it. Problem is that the kids have been going to bed late enough again that it's like, I am tired by the time they're in bed. So actually that tells me that I probably should just have a coffee, come downstairs and work for a few hours, and then go back upstairs to go to bed. Here is one of the pink ones that we're going to do with the batik because I don't see the drawstring for the polar bear bag. Okay. There we go. Decided. Done. Drawstring will be the batik for the polar bears, which will be friggin' adorable. The blue then is for this sassy cat. Black cat fabric, although we're just gonna go with that. That's fine. There we go. And with that blue batik in the inside, that'll be really nice. Okay, now we're down to the Shiba Inu and that other, the really bright floral burst pattern. So I'm going to say that these Shiba are going to be the blue fabric here, like that, and like this. Done. And then I'm going to say that this floral burst pattern here is going to be the confetti, because that just seems bright and happy with along with this like this fabric, like that. And then I have a bunch of random pieces. There is a good, no, the roosters already had it. What they need is they need the pockets. Okay, so the roosters will get, I've got like a batik pocket, which is interesting. And then the, sorry, I've got like hangnails and it is bothering me. Don't pick at them. This one here could probably end up with this, and then we'll line it with a, yeah, that'll look good together. And then we'll line it with white, and it needs pockets cut. Okay, so this needs to go back to the actual cutting room. These are good kato pieces, so it can go in the kato bin for now. I know for sure there's another Shiba Inu bag, but if I know where it is, I cannot tell you right now, which is super annoying. And then I think what we should do with the roosters is I'm going to actually take this batik pocket and we're going to do that for something else. And we're also going to throw the sheep in here too, because I didn't see a sheep bag right now, but that is a drawstring channel. For these guys, oh. Ow, there would be mismatched pockets. That's annoying. Let's not do that then. Okay, I wonder if there's like a white lining. No. Okay, so we've got a lining cut for the roosters, but we do not have pockets for the roosters. So we'll put the lining there, and then we'll pop the roosters back in the like have to cut bin for the cutting room. There we go. All right, now I need to pick up everything that's on the floor so the cats don't get to it, but we do have a box of kato bags that are basically ready to go, or at least they're like prepped to go, which actually clears a big chunk of this because I can move this off this chair now and I can pick stuff up off the floor and put it in the chair basically, away from the cats. That's the goal. So I know it's only 4:30, but since it's a transition into another thing of basically just throwing stuff into a different bin, I am going to head out. I also need to go start food so that we can feed kiddos as soon as they get home. Or, well, basically it's truck pizza. So thank you so much for everyone who joined, and I will be back hopefully on Monday for about the same amount of time, or a little bit longer in the afternoon, and actually sewing, because we will start sewing instead of tidying consistently. If I don't see you before that, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye.